First part in is the spacer for the far side of the wheel. That just pops into the new oil seal, and that's gone in nicely. Followed then by the hub, which should just drop in here. It says. Okay. Next in is the wheel spacer that goes between the hub and the spindle and the swing arm. Excellent. And on the far side I'm going to fit the nut and the adjuster screw. The difference with the rear is that it has a rubber cushion that sits here, and I've ordered a new one as it was only a couple of quid. It's worth spending the money. No. I have a brand new brake rod, which was only about 5 quid. Handy tip number 1, fit the brake bar to the brake pedal before you fit it into the bike. It'll make life a lot easier for you. Okay, so I fitted the spring onto the rod, and now it's the adjuster nut that goes in on the back. And I'm not going to adjust the brakes yet, just get it assembled. Moving on to the front hub, it's time to fit the Speedo drive gear, which will need plenty of grease. Okay, and that drops into the centre of the front hub. Spacer plugs into here, and the hub should just drop in here. You might have to rotate it till it finds the splines of the Speedo drive. Is that it? Come on. Get past the new seal. There we go. That feels like it's engaged. This is not a job you want to do on the roadside. You have to get the bike really high to clear the mud guard. Okay, we're stuck on something. I'm wondering if it's just a case of gentle persuasion. It's definitely not wanting to go. Oh, shouldn't. I've just been handed a lesson in tolerances. This front spindle had been plated, and the plating was thick enough to create an oversize that was too big to go through the bearings in the front wheel. I mean, it was impossible to get it on there. So a light wet and drying with 400 grit was enough to take off the surface coating of that plating, and it now fits perfectly. That's better. Fits. Right, torque it up to 45 Newton meters. Here we are, back on her feet for the first time in a long while. Those wheels are looking absolutely superb. And there's a couple of things that I'm pleased about. One is that there is clearance when I compress the forks for the front mud guard. I was worried that this distance here was a bit tight, but there's plenty of room. And by plenty I mean about 6mm each side. Yeah, so she's now on her centre stand. I've yet to take her off the centre stand, but I think it's time we moved her into the centre of the garage and we can work on the other side of the bike then. Those rims look amazing. Well worth spending the money. The chain is the original chain. It's spent a couple of weeks in a bath of petrol, and then it's spent some time in a bath of oil, and it got a clean up on the wire wheel as well to remove any surface rust. So it's in fabulous condition really, given that it's 47 years old. That's the chain fitted, and to about the correct tension, not too tight, not too loose. The next job will be fitting the chain guard. And I did dry fit it to the bike before the wheels came, but I need to make sure that it clears the chain, etc. That's the new chain guard fitted. There's something else I need to do as well. This cable is flapping around. There's a clip that should be here. I've ordered a new one, so I'm going to take this engine bolt out quickly and fix that and then put it back together again. Fitted the sprocket guard, and that leads into the chain guard. All looking very smart.
Kiki.